With NATO membership off the table, President Zelensky is turning to the European Union, calling on them to quickly accept his nation's application to join the bloc. During Thursday's council meeting, Zelensky delivered an emotional pitch to each of the countries, zeroing in on Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban.
Я був в Будапешті, я обожнюю ваше місто. Я був багато разів. Дуже красиво, дуже дешево, душевно. І такі самі люди. У вас були трагічні моменти в житті. Я був на вашій набережній, я бачив цей меморіал взуття на річці Дунай про масове вбивство. Я був своєю сім'єю. Послухай, Вікторе, знаєш, що відбувається в Маріуполі? Будь ласка, якщо зможеш, сходи на свою набережну. Подивись на те взуття. І ти побачиш, як масові вбивства можуть повторюватись в сучасному світі. І це сьогодні робить Росія. Те саме взуття в Маріуполі. Там такі ж самі люди. Дорослі. І діти. І дідусі, і бабусі. І їх там тисячі. І цих тисяч вже немає.
Let's discuss with Dmytro Gurin, a member of the Ukrainian parliament who calls Mariupol home. Welcome. Very quickly, Dmytro, help us understand and appreciate the news out of Mariupol right now. What has that been like watching your city come under relentless siege from Russian troops?
It's destroyed. We don't have Mariupol anymore. It was a 500,000 people city, and we see what Russia can do with people city during 3 weeks. Yes, my house, it's a 200 apartment, 9-story building, looks like this, the same way, and like 80% of buildings, they cannot be restored. So we have to build Mariupol out from scratch. And that's what the reality of war with Russia, and everybody have to be aware that Russia will not stop, that Russian propaganda in the central TV channels, national TV channels, say that Ukraine is only the beginning, and now the choice for all the European countries and USA also, it's only the question where you will join this war, at which territory this war will go that moment, on Ukrainian territory or on your territory, because there are two types of people. One drop bombs on maternity hospitals, and one don't drop these bombs. And Russian, they're first type. And it's, for them, it doesn't matter where is this maternity hospital, in Wrocław or in Mariupol.
So in the face of all this horrible devastation, you have peace talks that are continuing between Russia and Ukraine. Do you think Zelensky would ever accept a deal that left Crimea and Donbass in Russian hands, or is this not going to end up until Russia is expelled?
Russia doesn't want to have any agreement, and you have to don't be so delusional as Russia is, because Russia wants Russian language as a second state language, and 83% of Ukrainian people think that only Ukraine have to be the only state official language. And Russia wants to destroy Mariupol and say you have to say okay for all of this. You have to say okay for Donetsk, so-called national republic. And of course, it's unacceptable for Ukrainian side. And that's just what Russia does. They destroyed Chechnya, they destroyed Syria, now they destroyed Mariupol, and in Mariupol they are trying to start a hunger and just to use it as a leverage during diplomatic processes, because people in Mariupol, they're out of food and out of water now. And Russia forcibly moves people out of the city and to the Russian regions through filtration camps. So when President Zelensky says to President of Hungary and to Hungarian people about these boots, is totally right. And the Hungarian people, first of all, and the Hungarian government, they have to decide if blood of Ukrainian people is red enough.
So what's your interpretation of the West's hesitancy here? Is it just about avoiding a third world war? Because if so, they aren't doing a great job of that. How do you interpret this slow response to really put in play what Mariupol needs right now?
You telling it pretty strictly that I mean your government that you are trying to avoid the World War III. The problem is it's already started. You cannot avoid it if this war is already going on for a month. So as I said, now the only choice is where will you have war, in which territory, and. No, now we have information that Russia started to give out antidote for chemical weapons, and we understand that they will use chemical weapons. And I personally, oh, by the way, you see my house right now, 200 apartments totally burned. And we clearly see that they will use chemical weapons. As a person who lived for 12 years during Putin regime in Moscow, I know that he cannot step back. He just don't know how to. And that means that they will use chemical weapons. And next, if they will do it, we will see tactical nukes next.
Dmytro Guerin, thank you very much for taking time with us. Really appreciate it.